Did I push it? Okay, I pushed it. Namaste, TikTok, patty whack, give a dog a bone. Okay. I am here because I want to talk about the storm, and I was going to go live, and then I said, no, people would be bullying me, and I can't take that right now because I'm not feeling great. I didn't go to work today because I'm not feeling great, so, but that's okay because I don't have to work every day. I'm semi-retired, but I am here to talk about, I did a dowsing rod session and a card session about the storm because I didn't do this when Hurricane Sandy was coming. So what I want to say is, before I read my notes, I might make this into 2 videos. Let me just stand up. I've been sitting for a while. Okay, so yeah, I might make this into 2 videos. So Hurricane Sandy happened, and when I lived in Staten Island, New York, and it was a lot worse than what some people would say, oh, it's going to be bad, and other people said, it'll be fine. Then they told you what areas were going to be the bad zones. Well, let me tell you, what happened was the bad areas turned out to be okay, and the good areas that they said you could go there, area A, I think it was area A, B, and C. Area A being okay, it's going to be okay. Let's just say, for example, and that's where my fiance, Devin, was living with his 2 kids and his 3 dogs and 2 cats and 2 turtles and a rabbit. Okay, and no, I don't know, we didn't have the rabbit yet. I don't think we had the rabbit yet. Anyhow, what happened was he was in Texas looking at schools with his daughter, right? And he was flying home. He was getting on the last plane, right? And I was taking care of his animals. I had 2 jobs, okay? One in Brooklyn, one at Staten Island College. And I was driving to his house every day because I didn't want to sleep there by myself. So I would go there and hang out with the animals, and then I would take care of the dogs, take the dogs out a couple of times, and have my 2 jobs, okay, and then go home to my apartment because I didn't feel safe sleeping there by myself. I don't know, it was weird. Anyway, I couldn't fall asleep, and then I kept having, anytime I did kind of relax to fall into a little bit of a sleep, I saw a tsunami. And the air is like how it is now. Now I'm in Texas now, right? So I'm not anywhere near the hurricane. So I know its spirit is making me feel chilly. And it's the same feeling that I got. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not a meteorologist. I am a psychic, but I'm not, this is for entertainment reasons. I am not 100%. But this is the feeling I had before Sandy. I had 3 dreams, and then I had loads of visions. And I kept telling anybody who would listen. Back then, my brother used to talk to me, and I would tell him, you know, Tommy, I had this dream again, and it wasn't a storm. It was a tsunami. It was a big wave that came down the street, and there was fish in it. And he was like, there's no way that's going to happen. It's just, you know, you're just not getting enough sleep. So just, you know, just get safe. And I'm waiting for him to come home. And I'm waiting for Devin to get home, you know, so that I can go to his house. And that's where I was going to hunker down. Because I was in the bad zone. I was in the zone that was right where the water was. Okay? The water was like down the street. So, I was in an apartment. So I taped up my windows in my apartment. I had renter's insurance because I'm Virgo. I like to be prepared. So anyhow, I went to the Pathmark on Highland Boulevard. And back then, I told you I had 2 jobs, so I had a pillow in my back seat, and I was always tired because I was driving to Brooklyn, then driving home from Brooklyn, driving to take care of all his animals, then go into my job at CSI. And matter of fact, I had all the kids' midterm exams in my book bag and all my books in my new car. So I went to the back seat and I took a rest. Because literally I never had time to sleep. So I went in the back of my car before I went food shopping and I took a nap. Well, I see that big tsunami wave coming down the street as soon as I closed my eyes. So I opened my eyes and I'm just like saying prayers. I called my brother. I called Devin, and Devin goes, listen, I'm at an airport and I do not need to hear any of your predictions, your bad things, because I'm scared enough. So he didn't want me to talk to him about it because he was traveling back from, he had to go from, to Dallas. He was coming from Dallas to, Newark, New Jersey. And they were canceling flights because of the Hurricane Sandy was on its way. So he got on the last flight. Everything else was canceled after that. And so it was like really scary whether he was going to get back or not with his daughter. So I finally did fall asleep in the parking lot. And then my brother did call me and he said, just get over to Devin's house. You know, this is late. It was like 7 o'clock and I had cleaned out all his cabinets and the house. I did a million things. I don't even understand how I did it with 2 jobs and given finals and stuff. So, I had all new canned goods because his canned goods were all expired. So I wanted to surprise him by having everything cleaned up and all the cabinets cleaned up. And then I went food shopping for him and I did a lot of things. I'm a very good girl. So, anyhow, he does a lot of good things to me, but a lot of people don't know that I'm very good to him. So anyhow, so that's what happened. And, I finally got there. And it started to rain. It was like there was a calm before the storm. It was just windy at first, right? And we were all, you know, there. And then all of a sudden the wind picked up and the house started to bend. Okay, I'm definitely going to do another video because I have certain places that I want to talk about. Hopefully people will evacuate and do the right thing, evacuate. Just, you know, make sure you have a bag that has your important papers in it. We can't save everything, but you got to save yourself and animals. That's what's important in life. Yourself and animals. Material things, it's sad for material things to go away, but you need yourself and your animals to be safe. Anyhow, the wind picked up and then all of a sudden it was like just in seconds, around 7:45, I believe it was, that Olivia, my stepdaughter, came down the stairs from her bedroom. She had Cleo, the dog, because Cleo was always nervous and stuff, up in her room. And she goes, my walls are like, look like they're bending in. She got scared. So we ran upstairs and sure enough, the walls looked like they were coming in. It was the scariest, freakiest thing. I started to have a panic attack. Thank God I was drinking wine. Okay? And anyhow, so, long story short, all the cars' lights started to beep and I left all the midterms and my papers, everything in the car. All 3 cars were ruined. It was salt water. Salt water. Where does salt water come from? Tsunami. Right? Or just, it was the ocean. There was fish all over the ground. There was 3 feet of water. There was water flying in through the door. It was the scariest thing. Okay? Wasn't even supposed to happen on that block. Anyhow, I'll come back. Sorry. Namaste. It's hard to talk about it. Really is hard to talk about it. I'm only talking about it because I think we need to.